All right, good morning, everyone. So, on Ryan and Kelly this morning, we have Tyler Perry, Scarlett Johansson, Olivia Rodrigo, and it's 3/20/20. This is on ABC, all right? And this is just proof I'm up again this morning, and it's the day after. There's got to be a morning after, right? All right. And see what's on the major networks this morning. On NBC's third hour, they're trying to stay at home. Now, another problem about the coronavirus, I keep telling you, if you read what it says in the internet, right, and try to find a reliable source on it, it started animal to human transfer. That means your pets even might could have it, right? And you don't know it. It's like an outbreak, right? But the problem is you're suddenly focusing on it, trying to figure out who has it or who don't. Even people who ain't been out the country, like in Georgia, right? People in Georgia have not been to freaking China, Mr. Trump. No, they haven't. So, on morning break on WTOC, they're talking about it too. They're calling it. That dramatic warning from the California governor that millions. What health habits at this time? City of Savannah hasn't had any residents test positive. It's called COVID, right? 19, right? And see, just because I'm giving you advice don't mean I don't know what I'm talking about, because I started hearing voices in the Navy a little bit, right? Now that does give me a slight mental disability, but I'm still functioning. Now, the VA is giving me 100% because, again, they don't understand what I can or can't do anymore. They're basing it upon psychiatry or psychology, which, I'm acting at a higher level than the normal schizophrenic. Yeah. And that's what they don't understand. I didn't start hearing voices till because of work stress, right? That's why I don't know what to do about it, right? And I am trying to show them I'm still cognizant, I'm still aware of things, I'm still current, right? And stuff like that. Now, on Fox is the doctors today, right? But this is a 2019 episode from 11/21/19. But youth tackle football, a device to heal injury without surgery or pain medication. A woman says water was spilled with liquid nitrogen. On Steve Wilko's show, season 12, episode 47, Steve provides surprising updates to two stories in which he helped families move forward with their lives and got them the truth and justice they needed, right? And the abuse was just worse. Like, he would take me into parking lots and cars, make me put my mouth. Some nights he used to go in the backyard around to my window, tell me to open up and pull up my blouse so he could do whatever he wanted to. Yeah. It was just, I didn't say nothing because he told me, he gave me money to keep my mouth shut. I was in middle school. He was giving me $100 every day to keep my mouth shut. He bought me anything I wanted, Jordans, sneakers, everything. I had it. But it wasn't because he was a father figure. It was because he wanted me to keep my mouth shut. Did you ever see signs? Never. You're making it seem like I'm a liar, Mom. And I've been trying to tell you this for so many years. Steve, she never touched you. We both know the truth. After this lie detector test, you're going to jail. Leagues are starting to address this issue, but I mean, it always amazes me if I'm watching a broadcast of a game.
remixed it, added a couple beats to it, and it went viral. It's called the Coronavirus Remix. Hit #1 on iTunes in several countries. So now she's playing
Cardi B
her
donates to
popular
Song
song.
Profits. That's
It
cool.
will impact it financially, but
That's on
you know, it's
WTOC
not
this morning.
unusual
I
if
don't
the
know.
song just ends up in several rounds. Something you want to play for the kids. So yeah, there.
Our hospitals ready is on today on NBC.
I think all states sit.
All right. So anyway, giving people advice, even if you're mentally ill and you've been through a thing or two, right, is all you can do. But whether you take it or not, is still up to you, right? Right. But if you're gonna troll me, that helps my views anyway. I know. Go ahead. Go ahead. You don't get that, do you? You don't get that, do you? Even negative publicity is still publicity, right? Even if you're wrong about what you're saying, I'm confirming you're wrong. No. That's why I talk about false confessions versus true confessions as well. You can make a false confession if someone hounds you for 3 years on YouTube to get your channel taken down, right? Don't mean what I'm saying even happened either. My wife said it never happened. That's all you need to know, right? Now, only problem would be if she's kind of not remembering everything perfectly herself, but thinking something happened to herself, but is confused herself, right? Of course, that can happen too, right? Now, because of the fall and the amnesia associated with the fall of that height, either way, especially if I hit the side of the window ledge or something, right? As I was falling down, right? Or if someone attacked me in the front, right? Because I thought it cool I could jump from the window ledge and told them or something, right? And they freaked out on me because they hadn't been studying into what I've been studying into, right? Which is ninjutsu and karate, right? Well, part of ninjutsu is to test your boundaries a little bit, and I was jumping off my trailer, right? The top of my trailer and jumping up into the air and then down, right? You might not do that yourself, and that's fine. That's fine. You don't have to try that. But even in stunt movies, right, whether they use a stunt double, sometimes they'll knock them from like at least 8 to 10 feet, and they fall on a rickety table and break the table when they're doing fight scenes or something like that, right? Well, that's kind of the equivalent of that, what a stunt, person would do in a kind of dangerous situations for you, but not for someone who, again, has experience jumping off their trailer, right? Now, I don't do it every day either, but I was in an unusual situation where I was locked out of my room, right? And I just might have thought it would be cool to jump from the window ledge, right? And when I did, I went around and told them in the front, and they freaked out on me or something, right? And some people don't understand barriers you set for yourself, right? Now, it's not like it was a 6-story building in the Crow or as tall as the Temple Mount in Jerusalem when it was still erect in the days of King Herod, right? No, I wouldn't do that, right? But I remember in Ninja 3 The Domination, the female character Lucinda Dickey played, right, did jump from a 2 1/4 story window ledge herself, right? Trying to escape the police or something, right? Now, again, maybe that was a stunt play, you know what I mean? A stunt actor and he landed on the mattress or something. I don't know, right? Maybe he really jumped it. I don't know, right? But if I really jumped from the 3-story window, right, ledge, that again, if I made it, means I went around to the front, told somebody, and they attacked me over some kind of bullshit with, being gay in the Navy, right? Because I would talk to them about, my whole situation up to there, too. And of course, if they brought up that subject, right, I'd talk about Pastor Davis and all that happened to me in the church and, how I was around people like that and just didn't do nothing, right? Didn't get into it, right? And see, that's called having a choice. Now, when someone tries to remove your choice, they're trying to rape you then, right? Then I told him, well, maybe Jesus was raped, but he was in the same situation as me, right? You don't know that. You don't know that. When you rape someone, right, and they're straight, You're not going to make them gay. You're not going to make them gay. Even if you could rape me, which means you got to attack me somehow, incapacitate me, right? And I took karate, right? So I want to defend myself to the best of my ability, right? I'm also going to, after that, say, well, if you attack me again, Jesus can hit me like the Wolverine if you try to shoot me or do anything to me, because no weapon formed against us shall prosper, right? And some people just don't understand that, right? Now, another thing about the coronavirus is what I read on the internet. I'm not saying I'm an expert in it or anything, but again, you can do Google things on the internet and find out information, silly, and anyone can do that, right? Now, it said it was originally spread by animal to human contact. Well, they didn't say specifically what kind of animal it was that started the problem, right? But the coronavirus is similar to the common cold or the flu virus as well. They're both viruses, right? Well, the way you treat a virus is you develop a vaccine, which has to do with dead cells from the virus, right? And then you use a vaccine to control the virus, and if it's in your animals or pets, you give it to your pets and animals too, and that takes care of the situation, right? Now, we need calmer heads to prevail. Not just attack everybody all the time, right? Because we don't understand what they're saying yet, right? Now, there are 288 Georgians have tested positive for the coronavirus. How? They ain't been to China, Mr. President. The only way Georgians can be affected by it is if it's in your pets. And that's another thing you're not looking into, is how it first started was animal to human transfer, right? Even in China, if they had an animal that was affected, that's how it could have started too, and then it went human to human. No. So there's more than one way to spread it, right? It's like the monkey and outbreak. First, it was contact with the monkey that gave you the virus there, right? And you had to have some kind of contact and wipe your eyes. But the monkey also spit in the man's mouth when he boarded the plane, and that's how it spread and became airborne, right? Well, again, we're not saying if your dog licks you, right, it'll automatically give you coronavirus either. I know. But it is some kind of animal you're around that could give it to you, right? So usually that would be your dog or your cat, right? But that don't mean you need to panic either. Now, I don't have no pets personally, so I ain't worried about that myself. And I don't have the virus. I went to the doctor's office yesterday, and my temperature was 98.5, they said, right? So I'm good. I'm three. In fact, I'm 3.3 degrees cooler after my treatment and everything, right? So I'm okay. Another thing you want to do is check your body temperature. If it gets above 100.4, seek medical treatment and inform them you have the virus, and they'll do what's called procedures, right, to help you get better. They'll also use they want you to wash your hands a lot, at least 20 seconds, right, with at least soap and water. If you can, use hand sanitizer when you're out, as well, and stuff like that. Just keep yourself clean, but don't panic, right? Now, all you got to do is search this on the internet, and anyone can do that, right? And calm the hell down. All right. Now, someone has to kind of chill, and start researching this, especially the CDC and the World Health Organization, right? So I'm not a doctor yet, and I'm studying to become a pharmacy technician, right? But there are aseptic things we do in the medical field that help us in dealing with diseases. Wash your hands frequently, right? If you're in the healthcare profession, don't touch your face, mouth, nose, nostrils, right? Any eyes, right? Any part of the face where you can spread the disease, right? Or a virus, right? Now, as long as it's not airborne, we're okay, right? And it's not, right? It's probably your pet if it's in Georgia, because Georgians ain't been outside of, you know, Georgia for a long time, right? If the disease is popping up here, it's being spread through your animals, right? It's only can spread. So that means you need to make sure test your animals as well in case they have it too, right? Now, all viruses run their course. Whether it's a cold, whether you treat it or not, it'll just run its course and your body will automatically fight it off as well. Now, when you're elderly, you have respiratory problems. That means you need oxygen, right, to help you get better. So, also take breathing medications, maybe corticosteroids or something. I'm just, making a suggestion as a PT, though I'm not supposed to give that kind of advice, but you need something that will open up your airways, right? Sometimes people use inhalers, sometimes people, right, something like that, to help you breathe better. Now, this is just advice, but, not sanctioned by anybody either. It's just what I'm kind of learning, right? Now, I'm just sharing my knowledge with you, though, too, right? You can look at all this up on the internet, too, right? So, just be careful. And, like I said, I done washed my hands this morning. I washed some of my clothes yesterday, stuff like that. So I'm not threatening anyone. And everything's going good so far. So just be safe out there. Buy a thermometer if you want to, or a temperature, um, body temperature reader. And check your temperature at least once a day or every 6 hours, right? Something like that. 12 hours, and make sure your temperature is staying at least 98.8. And that's the normal temperature, right? But see, you want to compartmentalize things when people all need help. You want to classify someone as knowledgeable or not knowledgeable. People can learn anything if you just tell the truth about it. But if you lie about it or conceal the matter, right, someone else may seek it out. Now, it is the glory of God to conceal the matter, but the duty of kings to seek it out. That means some knowledge is hidden from people, and they don't want to know it, but they should know it anyway. Because you don't know everything, right? And when you think you know everything and you don't, you become arrogant and self-righteous. And that's a bad way to be, right? You think you know it all, but you don't, right? You know some of it, but not all of it. All right, have a good morning.